Indianapolis, and we are here in the Class B cars, Class B fixed. Seems like half this season the B series has been at a road course. Seems like half the races we've run. This is qualifying, getting ready to start my second lap. First lap's not going to count, and it was terrible anyway. I got a 1X, but we'll try to put in a lap here. Small field, this just barely split. Like 19 cars here, I think. When I first started practicing here, I was using first gear a lot, but then I just tried leaving it in second gear, which I'm probably going to be more comfortable with anyway, and I was like a whole second faster. I just got to not overdrive the corners. It's obviously easier to get slowed down if you're in first, but I guess just because take a whole shift out of it and it's just a lot smoother keeping it in second for me, then I'm much quicker. I imagine the fast guys that are going to be blowing my times out of the water are going to be able to use first and be very quick. But I seem to be quicker with second gear, just keeping it in second gear anyway. So that's probably what we're going to do. It's probably going to be better for the rear tires throughout this whole thing as well, just keeping the heat out of them. And that is a very crazy curve that will send you straight up in the air, so you gotta be so careful with that. This corner is extremely sharp. We lose a ton of time there. That might be a good first gear candidate corner just to get it to turn. Alright. What is this gonna be? 34.0, that's perfectly fine. That's about exactly where I ran in practice. That puts us P6 at the moment, which is fine. P7 now. Not too worried about that. Let's go do another lap. We got like 2.5 more minutes here. Don't need to be sitting around watching a replay for that long, I don't think. Still in P7. See, I just feel like it's obviously bogging down. This you gotta be careful with. You can jump that pretty massively. But I feel like I'm gonna be spinning up the rear tires more in first gear, which is gonna add heat and eventually make it harder and harder to keep it stable. These curbs are very sketchy though, these bigger ones. Gotta be so careful through here. This is another sharp corner. Then you get to the no grip section of the track. I am going into third here and just easing through on the throttle, and it's still jumping sideways. Get it into second without locking up the brakes too much. Here I should be alright as long as I can get it braked in time. We're down to P8 now, which is fine. As long as we can survive the first few corners, we should be able to get a gap and then settle to whatever we are. Hopefully this will just be a mistake-free race for us. But yeah, this season, I think it started out at Chicago Street Course, right? And then we went to Road America just a couple, or last race, I think. And then isn't next race Watkins Glen? I think I'm missing a road course in there somewhere as well. That was a decent first section of the lap. For me, anyway. Yeah, a lot of Class B races at road courses in this 12-week span. Alright, that's good. We got 30 seconds left. We are still in P8, which is fine. We beat a few people out there, not too many. I imagine we're never going to see these guys unless there's some contact. You can go look at my first lap when I drove off. I just wanted to qualify and see if I can be ahead of any wrecks, since there are no cautions here, and that I missed turn 1 completely as well. That's another thing why my time was so poor for the first lap. But we only have 14 laps here.
Alright, man,
And we have to do a full pace lap.
Alright, man, we got a lineup on the left side here.
We put in plenty of fuel to finish
It would
the
be
race.
nice
The road is closed.
if we didn't have to do a full pace lap. They could make these starts just a little bit quicker, especially out in Road America. That track is huge. Here it's not as bad, but it could still be a lot better. They could start us on the back stretch where there's a big long straightaway. They could even start us coming on to NASCAR turn 2, like the short shoot. But that wouldn't give us too much time before the pace car went to pit road. But they could easily put it on the backstretch, you would think. I don't know. Either way, we're going to have to do a full pace lap. Hopefully we'll all make it through turn 1. As long as I don't overdrive it and wreck somebody, I'll be alright. If we get wrecked, then oh well. This is all on road iRating and safety rating anyway. I don't really care. Not that I care about my oval iRating or safety rating either, but this one really doesn't matter. But as long as I'm not the one wrecking people, or wrecking myself, if I can keep myself mistake-free for the most part, I'll be pretty happy. We did fairly good at Road America, I think. We weren't fast by any means, and I don't expect to be here either. But let me check Class B races that I've done this season.
2 additional sets of tires for this race.
If I can pull it up
and have a good
while we're
run.
driving. We just did Michigan. So there was a week between Road America and here. But before that was Road America, and then there was Chicago street course. And I guess this has only been like the 5th race I've run, 6th race I've done this season in these, which I think I've skipped a couple weeks. But then we have Watkins Glen coming up, so that's still 4 road courses, including this one, Road America, and Chicago. 4 road courses out of 12 weeks. It's pretty crazy. All these road courses are jumbled up together at this part of the season in real life. They go to too many road courses. They've added so many road courses to all the 3 series. They should do like 3 maximum for each series. Even that's pushing it for me personally. I think 2 is the perfect amount. But
12 car.
just make it so the trucks go to different ones. Like they can go to Mid-Ohio and Coda or something. And then Xfinity can come here or Chicago or something. And then Cup can do Watkins Glen, Sonoma, and Chicago. Or they should just make the 3 series run 3 different road courses. Or yeah, they should run different road courses. Each series should run different road courses. So you don't have so many, and then you can still go to these cool tracks without making the schedules for the Cup Series so long. Like, there's so many cool tracks, but you already got 36 races, and I don't think anyone wants them to add more. If anything, they want them to take races away. At least that's what some of the drivers have said, I think. I don't want them to take races away. But I also don't want half the races to be road courses when there's so many good ovals they could go to and that I enjoy watching, especially with the 1.5 mile package of the next gen car. If they could get the short track package working, they could go to a bunch of cool tracks. But anyway, I don't know what we're talking about here. We're getting ready to go green. We had to think of something for this 10-minute long pace lap we had to do to start this thing off. Let's not drive off
Get ready.
on the pace lap. And make sure we don't slam the throttle down. It's very slick in this section of the track, and we're going to be in first gear. I don't think it's a second gear start,
Alright, man.
but I might be leaving it in
Cars
second. We'll see how we fare. If we start overdriving it massively, we might shift down to try and get it to turn. They're going. Gets us a nice little gap.
Green, green, green.
We gotta be real careful here. Hopefully no one behind us massively outbrakes us.
Got one on your
Okay.
right.
Menard's car was kind of slow on entry there. We're all trying to be careful
All clear,
though.
all clear.
That was fairly clean. Just follow Paul Menard here. Guy up there is getting loose. Nice and smooth here. Alright, that was pretty clean through there. Everybody made it through alright. Got a nice little gap to the 8 car. We are the number 4 as well. I'm going to be braking early here and make sure we don't hit anybody. Guy behind me has been braking early, being careful with 2 cars in the grass a bit. This is going to be an awkward spot for us here. Alright, we get in line. Make it through the S's. Alright, we're in good shape here. Let's be nice and careful through this part. And get on the brakes extremely early. We all get jammed up here with these 90-degree corners. Okay. Pretty good first lap, I'd say. Not too bad at all. Got a little gap to the 8, and then an even bigger gap behind him to the 15. So I can be happy with that. Let's make sure we hit our brake marker here. I was prepared to go to the right in case I was going to overdrive it and plow straight into the 2. I was going to try and turn right and miss him if I had to, but thankfully we got it slowed down. Overdrive that a bit. A little bit sideways. Looks like the 3 leaders are driving away from everybody, and that was a terrible kink, or whatever that corner is. Chicane. And my worst nightmare, my ear is itchy. And I cannot get a free hand to mute the mic and then move my earphone out of the way so I can itch it. So that is annoying. Nice little 5-car battle here to start this thing. Everybody's keeping it off each other. They're not making too many mistakes. I think the green car nearly went to the grass on the backstretch, but he didn't lose much, if anything. Huge gap behind the 8 car now. There's like a 5-second gap, 4.5-second gap. So they must have had something go on. Alright. 6.5-second gap. Try and be smooth. Make sure we're braking in time and not locking them up. Brake lockup is going to be the enemy. We're trying to keep all the tire heat out of this that we can for these road courses, especially a flat one like this. Taking that much more cautiously than I did in qualifying or practice. I just want to make sure I don't get sideways. Okay, we get it slowed down in time. We're all kind of getting checked up here, but there's nowhere really anybody can go. We're all catching each other in the braking zone. And then we're all pulling back away once we get out of the corner. Been a fun race so far. We got these cars in front of us. We're actually racing people. Kind of. It's not my favorite track at all. Not my favorite road course, but we still have good races wherever you go. And so far, this has been a good race. I'm happy in P8. Try and hang on here. Just a 34.3. See if this group can get settled out, because we're all kind of getting checked up a bit. I think we could pull away from the 8 if we didn't have these cars in front of us. Clip the grass there a little bit. It's not good. Oh, that guy just disappeared. That's one way to pass people. Is he going to come back? I don't think he's coming back. He's still gone. Guess we're going to be in 7th when we cross the line next time. That's interesting. Just need to have a mistake-free race and maybe take advantage of other people's mistakes as the 12 nearly drives off. Oh my, got really loose there. And there. Tire heat's coming in. That was a bad sequence. Still think my tire heat would be 10 times worse if I was using first gear. I mean, other people are going to be able to use first to get better acceleration out of the corners and keep the tire heat down, but that's just outside my capability. At least with the practice that I got. Okay, that wasn't a great lap, but we gained a spot from the guy disappearing.
10 to go at the line.
Just 10 laps to go. Only person we're racing is the 8 behind us and these guys ahead of us. We just keep it on track. Looks like the worst we're going to get is 8th, and that was not how you do it. I don't know what car number that was that disappeared. I didn't even look. So we got the 2, the 12, and the 3 ahead of us. I'll keep track of that now, I guess. Oh my. I'm starting to fall apart a little bit. I think the 2 just passed the 12. He did. And they're side by side through this corner, and I'm going wide. Really need to pay attention. I don't have people right in front of me anymore to gauge my entries and exits. Yeah, be careful. Twelve's cutting that curb pretty aggressively. You can straddle it. I don't think it jumps the front end up so high. I think that's what he was doing there. I don't know if that's a 1X or a cutting or not. It must not be. If you hit it just with the right front, it bounces so high. It shoves the nose way out into the grass. Nice and smooth into 1. Don't overdrive it this time. 8 cars definitely out braking me into 1. I'm braking pretty early, but as long as I'm keeping it together, that's all that matters. Man, we had all 4 wheels inside the white line there, but still no cutting penalty. You can really cut the chicane aggressively here. Been a really good race in this part of the track. All of us in a line racing pretty close, especially early on. Didn't hardly see any contact. The 2 has not really been able to pull away from the 12. There's that big curb. We are missing this. Downshift to get it to turn. Had to use first.
The leader just did a
1 minute 34.342.
134 from the leader. We're not going to be there anymore. We're in the 135s. Tires are just getting too sloppy. We have a lap car on track, apparently. Maybe
Got a
blinking.
slow car on the right.
We're coming out of the
That
pits.
car is a lap down.
Coming out of the pits, I guess. The 6 car. May be able to pull away from us. He might have new tires. Go all the way out to the concrete. Ooh, thought I was going to overdrive that. We got it slowed down though. These guys are pulling away from me now. They have been for the past 5 laps. That's okay. We're still within distance if one of them goes off or spins or something. Oh my gosh. Had 2 big stutters right there that threw me for a loop a little bit. We're okay though. 6 car's looking like he wants to go up and pass the 12. But he's faster than us, so hopefully we don't have to worry about him. It's looking like we won't have to. They're so far ahead now. Still in the 135s. 6 car does not get the pass done. I don't think the 12 was too keen on just letting him by, as he is a lap down in 17th. And the 12 has top 5 right in front of him that he's racing for, even if they are pulling away from him a bit. Ooh, a little bit loose. Pulling away from the 8 car a little bit. Actually catching 12 slightly. And we might catch him even more if he's going to battle the 6. Pushing out wide there. They're locking up ahead of us. They keep it on track. Watch that gosh dang curb. This was the next gen car and I was clipping that curb, I'd be spinning out every time. With how stiff those underbodies are. These you can actually take them and not completely wreck. 8 car did not have a good lap that time. We pulled away by almost a second that lap. So that's good. Okay. Nice and smooth. We get it. Man, you can take that so aggressively. That's crazy. Like, that should have been a slowdown, don't you think? I think it should have. I'll take it, though. 6 car still putting the pressure on the 12. We're pulling away from the 8 still. He's out of draft range now for the straightaways, so that's going to help us a bit. We just got to keep it smooth, keep it on track. And don't clip the big curves too much. Alrighty. Not too bad. Almost to 3 seconds now to the 8. He might have had a big slide and his tires got heated up or something and hasn't been able to recover. We're drifting around that final corner, which has a negative grip coefficient. Or friction coefficient, I should say. I swear that final corner onto the front stretch here at Indy Road Course Has to have the least amount of grip out of any corner on iRacing. It's crazy. Did he say 5 to go? He did. All right. This race is going pretty quick. That's what you expect for B fixed with no cautions. Not a very long race. And I don't need to do too many laps here. I get my fill in with the fixed series, no problem. Oh, you know what? The 6 car might have been the one that disappeared. He's the Paul Menard car. I think he was in front of us. And then, I don't know what happened. He lagged out, but it didn't say he disconnected from the server, I don't think. But he was on pit road after disappearing. Very strange. Something's going on up ahead. The 5 car who was in 3rd is now on the F3. Ahead of us, right in front of the 12. So he might have driven off or ran wide. Almost 3 seconds behind us. Nice and smooth. I'm curious to see what the rear tires are going to be after this. I have to remember to look. If we can. Now the 5, the 6, and the 12 are all racing together. The 6 just passed the 12. It looks like he's trying to pass the 5 as well. But he did not do it quite yet. I still feel pretty stable as long as I'm not pushing it through the center of the corners. Especially these long sweepers. This one and then the one going onto the front stretch. You really got to watch it there. And we are catching this group as they all get bottled up here. Catch a little grass, that gets it to rotate. Alright, 4.2 back now. To the 8. 2.3 ahead of us to the 12. And they are all close together. There could end up being some contact or some mistakes. So far, though, it's been a very, very clean race from what I've seen. Hardly anything that's happened in front of me. It's been fun. Trying to keep them in my windshield so I can see them. We're definitely not quicker than them, but I'd never expected to be. And they're going too wide through that corner. That's really slowing them down. 12's getting jumbled up. He's into the grass. Keeps it straight, though. Gets it back on track. Oh, and he's getting loose. Trying to gun it up to make up for it. We're not going to have a spot to go, though. Coming around to just get 2 to go, I think.
Two laps to go.
The leader just did a
1 minute 35.404.
They're all much better through that corner than I am. Okay, gotta watch braking again. Let's not overdrive it. Looking at his rear bumper. We all get in pretty cautiously there. We got the 2 to go. They're all much better through here too. We have a yellow flag. That is a lap down guy. Not for position there. I need the 12 to make one more mistake. We can get by him. Still got a whole lap left after this, so there is a possible chance. Oh, I thought that was a 1X. Cut that way too sharp. Just got to keep myself in the picture. Maybe we can take advantage of something. Speed, we don't have it. Don't think. He's going to look underneath the 6. Not going to be there. Can't force anything. We got a huge gap behind us. Just got to maintain.
White flag this time by. One more to go.
If we get position anywhere, we can try and take it. Downshifted to first there. The 12 ran into the back of the 6 that time. The 6 is not want to get out of his way. Now he's in our way.
Still there. All clear, all clear.
Okay. Now he's out of our race, hopefully. Oh, we're both going wide. I have no idea where I'm going to be able to pass him if I get a run in this section of the track. I don't think I'm going to get a run, though. Whoop. Watch the curb. Oh my gosh, he stopped way too soon. Or a lot sooner than I expected. Had to jump on it so I didn't run into him. I think I was just looking at his bumper and then missed my braking mark. Luckily we don't hit him and we come away with a P7. I think that was a 0X race, wasn't it? Yeah. That was a good race. I got that 1X in qualifying, but that doesn't matter. 12 keeps on, or and then the 6 just intentionally wrecks him.
6 car, you're an idiot, bro.
Yeah, that was stupid. Good race to the 12, though.
The entire race, he was like battling with me in the 5, even though me and the 5 were like the lead lap cars. He was like 4 laps down. He was like not giving us any room, stunning us in the corners. It was just some bull crap. I'm not even kidding.
Yeah, I saw it, and then he just dumped them there at the end. That's so stupid. But other than him, who I guess he was just frustrated that he blinked out, but still really dumb to ruin other people's race. Other than the 6 car, that was a fantastic race. I'm glad we didn't run into the 12 there at the end. So I guess I just totally missed the braking mark looking at his bumper. We weren't going to be able to make a move there anyway. That section of the track is so one lane. And it's just going to show us everyone going backwards down the front stretch and then going backwards down the short chute. Is there going to be any contacts, any people going off the track actually, or is it just going to be this nonsense? Here's something, maybe. Anything? He's overdriving it. Is this what we're seeing? Yeah, he keeps it on there. Yeah, and we're doing this all stupidness again. Whoa, 14 really overdrove it. Comes to a stop in front of the 19. 2 people pass him there. He's in 14th at this point. Oh, somebody's going around. That's the 14. This is right after he slid through the corner. This corner right here is there's just so little grip. Just like the other one. It's so easy to do that. The 19's drifting it in the other corner where there's no grip. I mean, if you just get on throttle just a tiny, tiny bit too much, it just snaps on you. That was very weird looking, though. Snaps, and then he just hits the brakes. He keeps it straight, but then the 15 plows into him. 16's going wide there. And this is a pain to go through. 14 overshooting it. I don't know if we're going to be able to go through this or not. Keep doing this, and if we see something, we'll rewind. I want to see when the 6 disappears, too, and see what happened there. Very dumb of him to race all of us that hard when we were all three pretty close together, racing in the top 7. And then, because the 12 didn't want to give any room to him because he's in the way as a lap car with nothing to gain, the 6 just intentionally dumps him after the checkered. Pretty awful. I don't know what he is thinking. But clearly not thinking anything good. Anything gonna happen? Was there any more contacts? Well, that's broken now, so let's just go see what happened to the 6 on this lap. Next lap, I guess. Like, he disappears in this next corner in front of the 2 car. Just completely disappears. Fast forward it. Fast forward it. Fast forward it. Still not here. Okay, so yeah, he did lag out. I didn't see him drop out. I didn't know if he actually did. So he did lag out and come back in and then just try and ruin our race up there. But that was fun. Pretty good one. I'm happy with a P7 with no incidents. I think I ran a pretty good mistake-free race. Look at that, half the field with no incidents. Really unfortunate for the 12, who... Oh, he had 13. I thought he just got that fourth one. The 6, who did like 4 less laps than everybody, ended up with tied for the most incidents, because that's just how good he was. But yeah, I'm happy with the P7 with no incidents at another road course in the Class B car. Another nice quick race. And yeah, that was a fun one. Really good and clean racing up there.